I am Pauline Kate Villaquino from Section 1A. So we're gonna talk about life course story, or why people's and how people's offending changes over the course of their life. So life course stories is an emerging interdisciplinary theory that seeks to understand the multiple factors that shape people's life birth to death, placing individual and family development in cultural and historical context. So also mean life first story life first stories looks at how chronological age or relationships, common life transitions, life events, social changes, and agency, human agency shape people's life from. So this story views criminality as a dynamic process influenced by multitude of individual characteristics, traits, and social experiences. Just like the first picture in here, they teach the they teach their humans or peoples that cannot understand what life course theory and make social experiences. According to Sagel, a view of crime has emerged that incorporates personal change and growth the factors that produce crime and delinquency at one point in the life cycle may not be relevant at another. It can be said that as people get mature, the social, physical, and environmental influences on their behavior are transformed. I have an example in here again. The second picture. Their picture is his son before, and they grow up with his son again. They see the mirror in their life before and now. So life course stories. I have a key components in here, the four key components. It describes offending over time, onset and distance, intensity, duration. So, life course stories describes offending over time and why some people offend more than others or earlier or later or than others, but it's looking at really these four key components that I know of any criminal kind of career. If you will onset and assistance are when you start and when you stop the ride. So you start becoming deviant, or what we call that, or criminal. And not all deviance is criminal, but all criminality is deviant, if that makes sense. So when you start with your criminal or deviant career, and when do you stop frequency is how often you commit deviant acts or criminal acts within that time frame. Intensity is how big the crimes are, right? Are you committing things like, you know, shoplifting and truancy, or are you committing a car theft and murders? And then there's the duration. There's a duration in here, which might seem like that, onset and assistance when you begin and when you end and duration are kind of the same thing. We can talk about not only the onset and distance or assistance or duration of your entire deviant or criminal career, but see certain phases of your criminal career, like what point get into do you get into violent crime, or right and write what caused the onset of violent crime. And how long does that violent criminal career last compared to say you know your entire criminal career? Or how long did you know your property crime career when you do it? I when you did it start when you start and like that. So there's there's a different kind of pace. There's a different kind of pace. There's a different kind of pace or sort but based on these four things, and we can talk about how old are you when you start how old are you when you stop, how old are you when you grow up, and when you kind of graduate from small crime to felonies, and how often do you commit this no all. These things are very important when talking about any criminal career. So let's go to the next topic. I should say. Some individuals are capable of maturing in reasonable and timely fashion because of family, environment, or personal problems. In some cases, transitions occur too early or may occur too late. And a positive life experience may help some criminal desist from crime for a while, whereas a negative one may cause them to resume their criminal activities. Some people are their difference of problems like family problems or any problems that they can express their feelings, or they have transitions to occur too early or not or too late their experiences. And a positive life experience may help some criminal disease. So this is some people different kind of their think, or they have overthink thinking sometimes, or make a depression in their life. And some of people are negative thinking, and then they still resume the criminal activities. I have a picture in here. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. So when you say a negative mind will never give you a positive life is not is not is not is not example of your criminal thinkings of activities. People who get in trouble in early life, especially those who are arrested and given an official criminal label, may find it difficult to shake the criminal way of life as they mature. Life course story suggests that while people age out of crime, small segments are not removed from criminal path and continue crime to do crime to into adulthood. So they may escalate the seriousness of their acts as they mature. They can serious the acts because they cannot getting a mature in their thinking or overthinking. So that is the topic of the life course stories. So if I were you getting matured, use your brain and be be aware of your what people around you, because they can help you how to grow to be with. Thank you.